Hello, what's up everyone, and welcome to another Alliance boss guide. Today we're going to be talking about the Season 3 boss that was just released. We'll go over his gimmicks, mechanics, and some early recommendations and strategies that we can use against the boss. This is an early guide, and as the game information progresses, I'm sure we'll have new strategies. So gimmick 1 is soul skills do reduced damage. Makes them do almost no damage, and basically how this works is that he's going to put up a reflect shield as gimmick 2 that reflects either physical or magic damage for 300%, and you're going to have to use your soul moves in order to make it so that you don't kill yourself when you're attacking the boss. So that's kind of his main gimmick, and then his first mechanic is that he's going to cast a dot debuff on a character that lasts 5 turns, and it's not going to trigger stuff like Weiwei's passive heal on her S2 when it does damage, so you're going to probably have to need a healer. Mechanic 2, I'm not sure if this is an actual mechanic, but it seems like through playing the boss a couple times, it may have reduced damage for status effects, but I don't know about that, so that's just possibly a mystery mechanic that I noticed through playing through the boss. Mechanic 3 is that it'll take reduced damage versus enemies without barrier. So having Freya or Stella, someone who can AoE barrier your team, is going to increase your DPS output. He takes 40% damage reduced from those enemies that don't have a barrier. So his mechanic 4 is kind of the increase in damage you're going to see. So he takes 100% increased damage for skills that don't require souls. So this is what makes your DPS catch up to other bosses, and also it works on people like Chloe who have all 0 skills. You're just going to have to manipulate your turns a lot to make sure that she doesn't reflect a magic, because all of her skills are 0 souls. So my recommendations for doing this boss is use a healer if possible to help with the damage because of the dot. Freya is optimal so that you can also get that barrier with 100% uptime on her S2. So if you have Freya, I'd recommend using her. Characters with 2 soul abilities and debuffs and buffs are great because it helps you manipulate the game a bit easier, especially when using Weiwei in your party. So basically, this will also help you avoid the reflect shield if you get into a bad situation. Some of these characters include characters like Reyna, who can slow her down, Hong, who can put a damage increase buff or debuff on the opponent, Owen, and other tanks who can just usually do a passive S2. They're really good examples of this. Choose some high S1 damage, so normal attack damage units like Mika and others to be kind of your main sources of DPS. Chloe is also another awesome choice, but you just have to make sure that you're really manipulating those turns if you want to use her, because she's susceptible to killing herself. My other recommendation is to always plan at least 4 or 5 moves ahead on this boss. You can easily kill yourself in many different ways or get in a really bad situation with souls if you're not planning accordingly. So take your time with this boss. Don't just rush him like some of the other bosses where you can almost even put it on auto and just be fine. So this is one you just have to carefully plan out. Okay, that's it for now. That's about all my tips I have after my first couple attempts at this boss. If you have any questions, comments, please put them in the comment box below, and if you want to use a reference sheet at the end here, please just reference where it came from and it'd be much appreciated. Bye for now, and see you in the next video.